They go play action here on first. Get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown. In motion right is Robinson. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 20. They'll run it again with Fournette. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. In motion right is Robinson. Fournette, a first down carry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he will bring it back. It's a pick.
But this one's in a dome, so I don't think that that's a real issue for them at all. But guess what? New England has the same coach and the same quarterback. That's a big advantage for the Patriots.
Meanwhile, for Philly, everything's new, including the quarterback and Nick Foles that they didn't think would be there right now.
And I'm not sure Nick Foles thought he would be there at that point. But remember, he's been to the Pro Bowl before, been to the playoffs as a starter in the NFL. He's got a chance to play a really big game.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was real well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, this one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Hearns the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion, so I think he might be off to the races.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, first and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Bortles. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
They certainly do, and frankly, the 11-5 season masked the changes that are coming now because their numbers weren't that great in the 11-5 season. Somehow they found a way to win those key important games and accumulate a nice record. But you look at the underpinnings, and you'll see the cracks are already there, and they really got exposed in 2017. They'll hit the restart button and have a do-over.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Throwing again. Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun. Manning trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles. Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the INT, it's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Bortles now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. brings the man in motion left. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he's got his big receiver, Robinson, for the...
But you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Perkins on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Manning. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick by Rosas is good. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Hearns the man in motion left. On 1st down, Bortles. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Bortles. Flush to his right. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Lambeau on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
If they can pick it up. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He finds Hearns left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a handoff here to Bohannon, the fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards is the pickup there. 5.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. In motion right is Robinson. The pitch to Fournette. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. In motion right is Robinson. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And New York. Throwing on first down is Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Hearns the man in motion left. A toss running left, Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Leonard Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Manning going to throw. Telvin Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back to throw, Bortles. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
To throw is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Damon Harrison busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Here we go now. Black 58 right. Black 58 right.
Bortles to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Brad Nortman now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A gain of 3, second down. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 22-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Manning. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Brad Wing now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining. Test. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Bortles. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With